Shabbat shalom, guys. Shabbat shalom. This white rice is quite good. I thought it was going to be, I shouldn't have assumed, but I assumed this rice was going to be like less flavorful and more watery. But no, it's like cooked to perfection. Cooked delicioso. I went to President's Supermarket again. Although instead of the food being like $6 last time, it was closer to 7 or 8 this time. So, you know, what can you do? Kale is certainly an acquired taste, that's for sure. That's for sure. I may not have salad all the time, but to get some roughage, get some greens, get some protein. I think there's protein in this, right? 4 grams of protein. Mmm. And this is yuca right here. Kind of looks and tastes like a potato. It's a root as well. Okay. I thought these things were free, but apparently these salsa verdes, avocado, it's called, trust the process. No, it's called avocado verde salsa. Apparently these things go for 20 cents each. So, I don't know if I paid that for this, but that's insane. Back in my day, you could get a whole handful for nothing. For nothing. Ooh, that smells spicy. Let me put this on some rice and see what the vibe is here. Little dollop right there. Wow, this sliding situation is interesting. Oh. Yeah, they definitely took this sauce to a lab and they had someone from the community build it up, because this tastes like something that you get from like a cantina or Lime Fresh or something like that. Yeah, that's what this is giving. It's giving authentic. Oh, wow. If you were to mix this avocado salsa verde or avocado verde salsa with some sour cream, that'd be go time right there. That'd be, yeah. There's definitely something acidic and like sour about it. Citric acid. There you go. There you go. Garlic powder, potassium, gum, ground mustard seed. Interesting. There's all kinds of goodies in here. All kinds. I was hoping the lady was going to smother the rice with the frijoles negros, the black beans, but she put it in a separate cup, so maybe it was runny. Maybe she was saving me. Okay. The avocado verde salsa is delicious on this yuca. I think the cilantro garlic sauce is more of like a Caribbean thing because I haven't seen it at Taco Bell yet. But if that was the thing, I would smother this whole thing with some of that. Mm-hmm. It looked like they ran out of the mashed potatoes and the plantain. That would have been nice right now. But what can you do? Get there early, I guess. Picante. I was delivering a charcuterie or a kosher meat board today, and the guy that gave it to me was saying like, "Hey, it's stacked nicely. It shouldn't knock over." I think he was asking me not to knock it over, but the way he said it was almost like it won't fall over because it's stacked so nicely. But I think what he actually meant was like, "Hey, be careful because it's nicely stacked. Don't be taking those corners too fast, anything like that." Anyways, I drive nicely. I get to this house, right? And first of all, the house is a very nice house, but it looks like they're in the middle of remodeling the front yard situation. So it's mostly mud and bits and pieces of concrete and just like random stuff like that, dirt and things. Anyways, it was a feat getting to the house because you had like wet ground because it just rained. You had dirt and grime and stuff. And then I got to like the porch area. It had like a stroller and stuff like that, some like a pallet of something or whatever, like a wooden box. Anyways, there's like mud and stuff on the front porch. Anyways, I get up to the front porch, and they have like a ring camera, so I'm ringing that thing. I'm knocking, I'm calling, I'm doing like everything, and no one's coming to the door. So I finally set the stuff down on this like pallet looking situation. I'm going to different doors, knocking, windows, everything, E for everyone. Everyone can get it. I'm just knocking, calling. No one comes to the door. So I end up trying to call the guy that sent it. And of course, he's not answering. I'm like, wow, what am I going to do? It's close to Shabbat. I really need to be getting the food right now. This food right here. And yeah, I just couldn't get a hold of anyone. So I was like, am I going to have to leave this food outside and just like dip out? I was thinking about it. I was considering it for a second. And then finally the door opens. And you know how when a door opens, you're like looking about eye level for me, which would be like 5 feet 7 inches. Looking for someone to pass the food to. I'm like, oh, let me get this food. And I look down, and they're like this 4-year-old that has opened this door. Apparently, he heard the Ring camera, ringing forever. He may have heard the phone. He knew his mom was like busy upstairs. I could hear some wrestling around upstairs. I just took my shoes off, went inside, and put the stuff on the counter. I was cordially let in, so I couldn't pass up, dropping the stuff off. That young man saved me about 15 more minutes. At least. At least saved me 15 minutes. I was a little late for what I was doing, but I would have been later. I'm like, praise the Lord for this young man. So I said, Shabbat Shalom to him, and he said, thanks Shalom back. That kid is a homie right there. That kid is for sure the homie. Mom, I don't know. Mom may be freaked out, may not be. Many in the community are not freaked out. They're just like, whatever. They've been through so much already. But hopefully she finds it on the counter there. She'll be like, where did this come from? Kid speaks English, so you should be able to tell her. Hopefully she'll say like, stranger danger, you know? Stranger danger. I just appreciate the kid so much, man, because I would have been so late. Alright, so typically with the normal red sauces from Taco Bell, I just toss those things out. But for this, that was different. I have not tasted that from Taco Bell before. The avocado verde sauce. Delicioso. What I've been doing with my food lately is working on piling this stuff on top so I can get some extra roughage and some greenery. Get some chlorophyll. Chlorophyll in my diet, right? Get some protein. 4 grams of protein per serving. Oh, but serving is 2.5 cups. I've been eating like a little canary with this stuff. I need to be just like going in. Frijoles negros. So I'm up here in North Bay, and in Brickell, in downtown. There's probably all kinds of debauchery that just recently started. Now that the storm is starting as well. Interesting. The wind was just ridiculous. It's typical that you get the palm fronds in the street, so I didn't really see anything like extra than that. And the water in the streets wasn't insanely crazy today, like it was in like November, October. Oh man. The water was so bad when I was delivering people at their house at the Airbnb. I didn't have them get out until I pulled up into the driveway. That's how bad it was. And for me to open the gate, there was about 8 inches of water that I sloshed through. You know? 8 inches of water. I was going to have them take their shoes off, but I was like, nope. I can do it. I can drive them to the driveway. And that's what I did. Wow. These black beans are cooked greatly, but the gravy that comes around the beans, it's like, yeah. I could dip my kale in this and have some seasoning action. Oh yeah. I probably could have eaten in front of the store, but the security guard was giving me the heebie-jeebies. Just like, watch me like a hawk. Yeah, some security guards that'll like check you out one time and that'll be it. They don't worry about you. But this guy, like, I don't know, man. He's like, I know he's up to something. I can sense it. There's 2 things he reminded me of. In those little racing games, they had like these 2-dimensional trees that were on the side. And no matter where you were playing the game, the tree always had its broadside towards you, you know? So you never saw the skinny side of the tree. You just always saw it like turning. So if you're like driving by it, it would be like turning, keeping that broadside on you. So the security guard in here reminded me of that. You know, wherever I was, his feet were like pointed towards me. I was like, oh, I'm not going to eat out here and have you watch me the whole time. Got the kale tonight. Luckily I stopped for food because otherwise that traffic would have kept me from getting some groceries. So I just decided to go for the instant gratification there. I want to take this time to appreciate each and every one of you guys who have joined me on this journey tonight, journey of life. Even if it was for only 14 seconds. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. The kale's not a bad combination. Probably should have gotten more fruit. Oh well. I got some drink. Hopefully that'll do it. Broad'll do. I do plan ahead for a spot to eat, but it's not like I have a feast. That's what I should do. Get a feast together. Uh oh. My camera phone has been low on battery today. Just like all day. It was all that editing and rendering. Just sucked the battery out. That white rice is hitting. Almost had a black bean roll off my lips and dribble down my shirt. That always seems to happen when I'm dressed nicely. So maybe today I'm not dressed nicely, so it's not happening. But get a white shirt, stuff will dribble down. People be like, "Do you know how to eat, sir?" I'll be like, "I try." So I got some black beans here. Got some white rice and some yuca. Yuca is like a root. For some of you guys not in the Caribbean, right there. Oh, this food is hitting. I hope this kale lasts for a week. Even though there's only 2.5 servings in the bag, but it's like, how am I going to eat all this kale? Just start shoving it down, I guess. Shoveling it down. So much easier to eat when it's cooked down. Now it's like just aggressively fluffy aggressiveness. Kind of like taking a tuft of it like this, just a handful, right? Just stuffing it in there. Yummy. Mmm. Mmm. I should procure me a woman that cooks the basics, throws down the basics. That would be good. Beans, rice, roots. What more can you ask for? Mmm. I think I saw a flash of lightning. Mmm. Ooh, look at that. Oh my. That is very tough to chew. That reminds me of uncooked collards or uncooked dandelion greens. Just like very tough, strong plants. You know? Have I really been eating for 21 minutes? Where did the time go? Insane. Insane. Oh, there's a light. Mmm. Ooh. It was hilarious. This 4-year-old kid wanted me to pass him 2 charcuterie boards. I almost thought about it. I was like, nah, I better carry this. I'm just seeing these people like walk through the rain. This young lady has like a gangster walk. She's like, you know when you stub your toe or maybe like twist your ankle and you kind of have that limp? Why don't you like do it like the G step, you know? Is this too close or does it need to be closer? Mm. Oh my. I try to have a frame so when I turn my head, it's perfect, you know? Can you see the person behind me? Let's see. Oh! Can't see it. You can't see it. Can you see me? Can you see me now? Wall siding is terrible. Do I really need to set up in the lighting situation? Just get some boom, 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 you know? I do have some light bulb carriers in the back. I just don't have the bulbs. I need like a wall outlet so I could shine some light on the situation. I've been eating for like 22 minutes. This is wild. And I've been spending like 5 minutes of it on this one piece of this yucca. It's like the main vein that goes through the root here. It's like, man, that is chewy. That is chewy. Eat that fire food. Thank you. Imagine wooden. Sorry, Canadian New Yorker. I just want to take the time out here, since there's a lull in traffic, to show my gratitude to each and every one of you guys who joined me during this delicious occasion. I could do this without viewers like you. So thank you. Thank you for joining me, even if it is for only an hour and a half. You know? Kale. Get you some kale. There's all kinds of beneficial things in it, especially if it's non-GMO. I heard this thing on Instagram where they're saying that kale is GMO. I'm like, what? I know there's some that are, but not everything, you know? But it gives you roughage, cleans out your colon. Your little colony down there. Let's see what else. Great in smoothies. I've done that. I've done that before. Mmm. Delicioso. Mmm. Where's that from? Who says that? Oh, I'm not talking about Young M.A. I know she's like one of the originators, perhaps, but I thought there was like a kid on TikTok or Vine that was like, ooh, not sure. I was about to say it feels like 8, but it's obviously like 7:31. After 7:31, I'm gonna guess it's 7:49. 7:49. Ooh, 7:50. 1 minute. 1 minute off. Oh, oh, close. Very close. I'm thinking Mofongo is better than Yuka. That's what I'm thinking. It is windy out there. No preservatives. Keep refrigerated. I have not been doing that. I've been not keeping it refrigerated. Quite the opposite. At least it's not like table lettuce. You like leave that out for a couple hours. It's like brown and has weird juices flowing from it. It's like, oh man, oh no. Okay. Well, it looks like my biodegradable food tray here is starting to break down. So I'm gonna transfer some of this rice to my bean cup. Really incorporate the flavors of the beans and rice together. I heard if you put beans and rice together, it becomes a perfect protein. Now, I don't know if that's true or hearsay, but I also hear the other side, when you put them together, it becomes acidic. You know? Acidic and base. Okay, now that I've incorporated some of these flavors here with the beans and rice, should I do a little mixeroo? Would that be cool? Oh, oh no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. That's a bay leaf. Apparently you're not supposed to eat these like shrubberies. I thought at one time if it was in the food it's fair game, but no. Au contraire. Just because something's seasoned doesn't mean it's supposed to season you. It's supposed to season the dish. I learned that out different ways at various times with certain people. Oh, oh my. The frijoles negros, good by themselves. The rice, okay by itself, but together, chef's kiss. Oh yeah. I struggled with that yucca stem earlier. That was quite a bit to chew through. The yuca root is nice and soft. Sometimes you have, tough parts, like the stem. I'm gonna say trifungo is better, or mofungo is better than yuca by itself. Try to scoop up the rice without getting the yuca stem action. Put it in my frijoles negros cup. I believe that unless there's like a lot of visibility, this is just something random, but unless there's like a lot of visibility on a street, people should probably cross where they can be seen. I had a lady like cross pretty much in front of me to my left, so it's like right in that forward blind spot. It's like so hard to see people when they're not crossing straight on, That is good. Got some yuca, beans, and rice that I'm munching on. It's delicious. Delicioso. Unfortunately, all my Taco Bell Verde avocado sauce, that stuff was hitting. I'm on the last bit. I'm starting to slow down a little bit with the food, but I did have a bunch of kale added to it, so yeah, delicioso. Is it 30 minutes? All right, there you go. Thank you to each and every one of you guys for joining today. And the rain's probably preventing you guys from hearing me, but thank you for coming and eating with me. Have a good one. Shabbat shalom.